You're listening to After the Review with Peter and Terrell. New episodes of our podcast are available every Tuesday afternoon on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. If you like our content, remember to comment, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the episode. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is After the Review with Peter and Terrell. I'm your host, Peter, and ladies and gentlemen, he's back. It's Terrell. What's up?
I'm back, man. I'm back. Detained at the border, as you would say.
Too much celebrations going on.
Too much celebration since the Chiefs won. I think that's the last time I was on. Was pre-Super Bowl, but I'm back. I'll catch you up what I've been doing since I was gone though. Went to LA, saw LeBron, AD, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook play at the Staples Center. It was great. Everything you could ask for. If you do one thing in life, I would say Staples Center's got to be up on the list. It's like, I've been to basketball games, but it's like almost like a semi nightclub in there. Just a lot of things happen. It's a great atmosphere. I got lucky enough. I sat next to Andrew Siciliano, NFL Red Zone guy for DirecTV, just to make that sure. Really cool guy.
And you did not network for us. You're killing us. Or
I did. I'm so sorry. I did network for us. I sat right next to him. Didn't. He made a funny joke about Al Riveron, though, the NFL replay guy. He made a joke. He said, "It's Al Riveron replaying this review." So, no, really cool guy. It was awesome. That was really cool. Like, it's typical LA stuff. You just like, he's not a high celebrity, anything like that. I don't think people really would know him unless
just
you
like nerdy people like us know who he is.
Yeah, like nerdy people like us like know him. So it was really cool. And everything. The Laker game was great. And also while I was in LA, I went to a comedy club, and it's like this $9 comedy club, like whatever, like a Wednesday night. But at the end, Bill Burr was a special guest. He came in, threw a couple jokes, really funny, made it worth it. And then, as you know, in LA, I saw another couple famous person. I saw Steve Carell, so that was pretty cool. He had the whole salt and pepper look going. Yeah, I could see how he had the women swooning. And then last week I was in Atlanta, work stuff. But yeah, that's what I've been doing since I was gone. You and Matt held it down while I was going. I had some great pods. Only thing I will get at you guys not bet All-Star Weekend at all. You guys just let All-Star Weekend come and
you know what? This is what happens. See, I need you here to keep me level. Remind me of these things because I totally went over my head.
I was really upset when I figured that out. I was like, they didn't bet the slam dunk, the skills guy, the MVP of the game, or the 3-point shooting contest, or celebrity. All-Star game, all that good stuff. That's okay though. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. The celebrity game. So the All-Star weekend started off in Chicago with the celebrity game on Friday night, and my God, I kind of just caught the end of it. That was so funny. Like Stephen A. talking all game and getting teed up was probably the best.
Yeah, that was great.
The first technical foul ever called in an All-Star game, a celebrity game.
Did you notice, what was their thing with the couch, the benches this year? They did, couches, really nice, club couches. Did you see that?
Yeah, they were chilling, man.
They were chilling. Is that the vibes now?
I guess. For the All-Star game, maybe Wilbon wanted couches in there because he was way more relaxed than Stephen A. Stephen A. was taking it a little too seriously, and they were getting smacked around.
They were. They should next year. Stephen A. should have played it. I've been seeing him with the jumper. It ain't bad.
A little cold.
It ain't bad.
Set him up in the corner. Sniper.
All-Star weekend was great. Like you said, celebrity game was pretty funny, and then we got to the Rising Star Challenge, which was really cool. See Zion, he kind of disappointed me though in a little bit.
He broke the backboard. He broke the backboard though.
He did break the backboard, but he had a couple chances to throw down some sick dunks, and he missed on all three. But more props to him for going back and continuing to keep trying doing dunks after you miss this first one, the second, and then he goes back to try to do a third one. Like you gotta have a lot of confidence to really do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. He was just. It's a fake game, so they're okay with busting out trying to keep at it.
No, for sure. But like the confidence to be able to just go back and be like, okay, I'm gonna try again. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you miss the first, you're like, whatever. Like it's no big deal. But his confidence to go back is awesome.
I did love Luka and Trae Young banged half-court shots in front of each other, going at it. That was awesome. That was great. Like, okay, like you think you got range? I got range.
Yeah, and it's cool to see all these guys. I know old time people don't like all these guys to be friends, but it's really cool to see all these guys friends and that they can at least for a weekend, set aside, what the records are in the battle and everything. They can just kind of like get after it and have fun or whatever. So that's really cool to see for me, is to see those guys bond. And then like, I think a lot of times fans make people hate each other in a way. So, but yeah, All-Star games are also great. Seeing that stuff. And then we can get into Saturday night, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead. What was
Saturday
first?
night.
Skills challenge was first.
Skills challenge was first on Saturday night, and I had personally had Dinwiddie winning the skills challenge. In the skill challenge, what I learned, you gotta like bet on the guy who you think is gonna take it seriously, because it's like really it's really small errors you can make there.
It's almost big men. The big men dominated.
The big men did dominate. But yeah, you gotta pick someone who's gonna take it seriously, because you take someone who's going to lag through the combs, they say, back and forth and not really care, then they're definitely gonna lose.
These precious seconds they're letting
precious seconds. And Dinwiddie was a previous champ, and I know he would take it serious, but he got knocked out the first round. But he also got knocked out by the champ Bam Adebayo,
which kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think anybody picked Bam Adebayo to win.
No, I would have not picked him to win. I didn't know. I knew he was the ball because the Miami Heat do some weird things with letting him like run the point forward or point center, as you'd say. But I didn't know he. Yeah, the point, Brian. I didn't know he could stroke it from deep like that. So
I mean, every big guy can shoot now, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was really exciting to see, for sure. But yeah, it was cool to see all the big guys take down the guards or whatever. I do think they need to add like some small twist to it. I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's getting All-Star Weekend's got a few issues with it.
Yeah, I got a few issues. I think the skill challenge could have something else, some more skills. I don't know, maybe throw a bounce pass in there. I feel like I feel like you can bounce pass that one pass through a chest pass. I think a bounce pass and a chest pass would be cool. I don't know, some other things. I know they can't do too much with setup and all that, but I feel like they could add a little bit more the skill challenge. I guess I'd have to think like what some real skill things people can do.
Half court shots.
Half court. They used to do like a team like 3-point shooting contest, a weird one where they would like get like somebody from like the city. They get like the women's player from that city, the men's player, like an old school legend, and like one more person, and they all do like a 3-point contest, kind of like they shoot from like these spots on the floor, and they all had to do it and beat the other team like by time. That was really cool. I don't know why they stopped doing that, but yeah, we gotta change the skill challenge up just a little bit. It's just really, really simple and easy. But yeah, congrats to Bam Adebayo on to the 3-point challenge. Which was super exciting.
This was worth the watch, the 3-point contest, because that's NBA nowadays. It's bombing threes left and right all over the place. But I liked it. They added the money ball rack a couple years ago, and then they had like the Mountain Dew balls at the in between the racks, so it was even more points.
Get that advertising in. Mountain Dew happy about that. Smart guy. Whoever thought about that? Like, hey, we could just add some Mountain Dew balls, right? Get Mountain Dew to sponsor it. Make some money, do all this.
Some more points. Add a little something to it. I do, and it came down. Devin Booker. Was he He was the defending champ, wasn't he? Or was he's a previous just a previous winner?
Just a previous winner. I think the defending champ was Joe Harris.
Okay.
From the Nets.
So, anyway, Devin Booker throws up a monster number in the finals against Buddy Hield. Throws up a 26, and it's like, oh man, Buddy's gonna got his work cut out for him, right? But
yeah, for sure. And Devin Booker, you can tell he's got like a little. Like when he started the first round and he did the second round, you can tell he got a little he's like kind of pissed off that he wasn't invited to the All-Star game, which he rightfully
originally invited. I mean, he did originally
invited. He did fill in. He wasn't originally invited, and he rightfully so. He should be pissed about it. That he was invited, and you could tell he had like I'm gonna come out here and prove something, and he did it for whatever it's worth. But Buddy Hield, like you said, Devin Booker put up 26, but Buddy Hield came back and just caught fire.
Got super hot, saved his money rack for the last rack, so each shot was worth 2, and he hit 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 or something on that rack, and he hit the last shot at the buzzer to win the challenge. That was pretty cool, like an actual buzzer beater. It was like,
that was awesome. I thought because they were talking about it, like when Devin Booker went to his last rack, which was his money rack, he had 20, and then
Buddy had 19. I think Buddy had 19. Yeah,
but he hit more on his money rack than Booker did. So yeah, it was super exciting to watch. You knew once Buddy was at 19 going to the rack, and they said Booker's at 20. I knew that we were gonna have the winner and not a tie, so that was exciting to know. And then Buddy came through.
Reggie Miller was like, "Uh-oh, he's catching fire." He could see, you know, shooters can see other shooters. He's like, "Oh, this is about to be close." Sure. We're early on it, so that was really exciting. That made it fun. And then the dunk contest. So I have a little confession to make on this dunk contest. I was watching it, and it was so boring I turned it off because I was like, I'll just see who wins at the end.
What?
Yes, it was terrible. The first round was boring me, putting me to sleep. I was like, this is dumb. I can't stand this judging. The judging is terrible. We need to redo the judging. We're talking about the skills challenge change. Okay, at least add half a point. Bill Simmons said make it 100 points and not 50 points. And that way you can, you know, have a much wider range, and you can't get a perfect score if you miss your first dunk. Like, if you miss on your first attempt, you can't get a 20. Like, you can only get like a 19 or something like that from the other judges. So
okay, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, but I mean, just, even a half a point. I'm okay with a half a point. Like, if you want to score it on like 1 through 10, but it's half points, they gave out too many perfect scores on missed dunks. Like, how Connaughton wasn't in the finals, because I saw his 2 dunks, and I was like, okay, those should have been like perfect scores. He made them on his first dunks, and they were pretty nice.
He missed his second one when he went off the glass. Then a dunk, he missed it. But that dunk was so nice, and I really didn't see when he did it. First, he jumped over Giannis, and then he touched the glass and dunked it. That definitely should have been a 50. I don't understand. He did get a 50 for that.
The problem is, like, I think a lot of the dunks look a lot better in slow-mo, too. They need to change on, like, the board. Like, there was, like, a random assortment of people. I think you need to have, like, ex-dunkers on there that can, you know, that kind of know what they're doing, just to know the difficulty of, like, dunks. Like, even Dwight's dunk didn't score very high, but that was not easy.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but they also like to have, like, that hometown flavor. Like, you got to have Common up there and Candace Parker. They're both from Chicago, obviously.
Oh, and you got to have D-Wade, who doesn't know how to figure things out, calculate the score total correctly.
No, you gotta have people up there to that, like, are from the hometown. They got to do that. But I see what you're saying. They got to have some previous dunkers and Scotty. I think everybody was from Chicago. I don't know how with, you know, Black Panther, Chad. I don't know. I said Bozeman.
Bozeman, yeah.
Probably. He's probably from Chicago. But yeah, I think they try to have the Chicago flair, which is cool. But it sucks that maybe some of these people don't know how difficult these dunks are or anything like that. But I think any person you can look and be like, oh crap, like that's pretty tough dunk, or maybe you don't know it all. So yeah, it's interesting to know, like, to think about maybe they should do some people who've done some previous, you know, dunk contests and different things like that. So, but to go on about this dunk contest,
it got interesting.
It got interesting. I'm glad. Hopefully, you turned it back on.
I didn't, but I watched the entire last round.
Watched the entire
that night? Yeah, I watched the last round.
Well, you didn't turn it back on.
DJJ
that's sad for you, but the dunk contest was very good. Derrick Jones Jr. and Aaron Gordon got down to the finals, and then they were going back and forth. They were both doing some incredible dunks. I think Derrick Jones Jr. Did, like, off the glass between the legs over somebody, and then Aaron Gordon did, like, he jumped over Chance the Rapper, but, like, did a reverse dunk, and then they went to a dunk off, and they both did some crazy dunks.
He jumped over Taco Fall. Taco Fall is like 7'4".
I was gonna get there. Derrick Jones does the windmill from, like, one step in from half court, I believe. That was his final dunk, right? Oh, yes. No, he didn't. No, his final dunk was off the side of the backboard, between the legs.
Yes.
Yeah, that was his final dunk. And then Aaron Gordon, I'm sure at this time he's like, I'm out of fucking dunks. And he's like, what else can I do? So he grabs Taco Fall out of the stands. This is like honestly the funniest part of the dunk contest. Taco Fall's like, nah, man, you can't dunk over me.
You can't.
he rubs his head as, like, if Taco Falls has hair. Taco Falls bald. So he's like rubs his head as he got to pat down his hair to make sure, like, nothing like gets messed up or anything like that. He's like, nah, man, you can't dunk over me. Nah, you can't do this. And he looks at Aaron Gordon like, really? And Aaron Gordon's like, yeah, I got you. And he's like, I guess so. He's like, he's not convinced. Yeah, he's not convinced at all the whole time. He's not convinced.
Was like, there's no way he's taking me out. I'm going with that.
He's like, there's absolutely no way He's like, I'm going down. He's scared. You could tell him the whole time. He's like nervous. Like, also, let's give props to the people who let other people dunk on top of them on national television. That is wild to let.
They trust you. I mean, they
They-
trust them.
I guess, but like, just think about like they like someone hitting you up like, "Yo, Pete, I'm gonna need you at the All-Star game to let me dunk over you." I'm like, what the hell? I'd be nervous. Like, I'd be nervous. I wouldn't hold the ball the right way, and then like I'd just like do something wrong, hurt them. Like, I don't know. A lot of props to them. Anyways,
all right, so I know I'm never gonna let you dunk over me.
yeah, never. You should never do that. But anyways, Aaron Gordon dunks over Taco Falls.
He grazed him a little bit on the way down.
He grazed him a little bit, but like whatever.
He jumped over this guy who makes Shaq look short.
Yeah, he made Shaq look really small. Anyways, he pretty much clears Taco Falls and dunks it. But he got robbed. He got like
again. That's twice he's been robbed.
Yeah, he got robbed again. He got 47, and then I think Derrick Jones Jr. got a 48.
They messed up. So I heard, we were talking about this, that the judges wanted it to end in a tie after the second dunk off. They're like, we're just going to tie it and just end it. And somebody messed up their calculations. Somebody didn't put the right score down. There was some collusion going on, obviously.
Yeah.
The word was it was Dwayne Wade, but Dwayne Wade says it wasn't him. But I think it was Dwayne Wade because he seemed like he wasn't it all in. I don't know.
Also, Miami Heat guy was dunking, and Dwayne Wade obviously is a lifetime
Homer
Heat person. Homer Heat, so whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
But I was like, I saw Dwayne swore it wasn't him, but I'm pretty sure it was Dwayne. But you were saying the NBA was not going to let them end it in a tie either, right?
Yeah, I don't think the NBA was letting them end in a tie just because a couple of reasons. I heard that they were gonna, if they were gonna let them tie after the last round, like scores were tied, they're gonna make the judges actually pick a dunker. There's only 5 judges, so someone would have had to win. I think from a like logistical or operational standpoint, they only have 1 trophy.
Solid trophy to have.
I don't think they like. It's like one of those things like, oh, well, how do we do this? You have to have both of them take pictures of the trophy, but who actually goes home with the trophy?
They'll just make another trophy. It's not a big deal.
I know they can make another trophy, but it's like, who do I actually give it, like, let walk away with the trophy? You know what I mean? That's a whole different thing. Like, it's another thing to be like, oh, I won a dunk contest. They'll send me my trophy in the mail. But it's another thing, like, I won a dunk contest. I'm taking this trophy back to my hotel room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think they actually take it to the whole hotel room. I'm pretty sure they ship it to them anyway.
Yeah,
but it's like another thing.
Back, yeah.
It's like another thing to actually have it with you. And like, or let them be like, oh,
yeah, we're going out to the club with the dunk trophy.
Yeah, or maybe whatever you want to do with it. And I think that's like one of the things they can't have a tie, but they should definitely look into it. And I'm like, well, they should maybe like just make 2 NBA slam dunk trophies, maybe just in case. Every year,
or we change the scoring, and I'll be a little less.
Yeah, change the scoring, or it's just the way that. I saw, like, I was looking, I'm a weirdo. So I was like, you could tell, like, there's a guy who, like, obviously NBA operations was like, one more dunk. And he made it seem like this is a one more dunk, and then we're going to have to come to a winner. Like, he's like, oh, crap, we need a winner. So, anyways, it was very entertaining. I feel bad for Aaron Gordon. He got robbed. He did a great job. And great job by both those guys are improvising on dunks late. So I'm sure they only came to the table with, like, 4 dunks, maybe 5. And they had to do, like, 6.
Yeah. So they were.
Anyways,
they were scrambling at the end.
They were definitely scrambling. I could tell Aaron Gordon scrambling. He took his shoes off at some point. He's like, "I'm done." That's kind of crazy. But anyways, Saturday night was great. And then I don't know if you stayed on, but they did a roast of Charles, Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie on the TNT later, and it was pretty funny. So that was cool. All in all, Saturday night was great. Let's hop into Sunday. Sunday we got the All-Star game.
Okay,
the game.
First thing sets me off. This is ridiculous. Game says tip at 7:00, right? All right, start. That ball did not get tipped off till 7:45. I was watching. I was there. There was so much nonsense beforehand. I just wanted to watch the basketball game. Like, come on! Like, they have Common out here. We're singing tributes, doing all this stuff, like announcing the players. Like, just put basketball in hoop. I just want to watch.
I'm gonna have to interject here because I like the Jennifer Hudson tribute and I also like the Common introductions.
We don't need these introductions.
Well, I liked his introduction, but his whole thing he did before, maybe we can lose that. But his introductions were dope. I like that he like kind of rhymed everything together, It's better than some PA announcer being like 17-time All-Star. Actually, no one was a 17-time All-Star, but like the 5th-time All-Star from the New Jersey Nets. So and so, or like the
Here are the
2-time
starting
All-Star.
I want an interesting. Here are your starting lineups for tonight's All-Star game.
Yeah, I don't want the boring PA announcer. The comment did
come on.
he did his rhyme. He kind of like freestyle with it.
But don't drag it out. Like give me a little something. You can give me a little, from Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, I know.
He can flare it up a little bit. It was 45 minutes. That's a little extreme.
Well, with that, the national anthem, and then the introduction. With the introduction was pretty cool, and then the tribute, of course, to Kobe. So yeah, it was a little long, but I was with it. I was with the common introductions. I think it's really cool. I think the NBA tries to be cool, which I really appreciate. Unlike the NFL, who's like tries to play safe. The NBA embraces like their culture, and then like people.
We need to find a happy medium.
But like
NBA is a little too much sometimes.
Nah, you really like the halftime performance was cool. Like the NBA, they go there. They go there. They know their channel is.
This isn't the Super Bowl. I mean, Jesus.
But like, this is the only place that they can do this though, because you can't do this at the NBA. You can have a halftime performance at NBA Finals. But they do it all week.
My point is, we've been doing it all weekend. It's not like we didn't see the guys all weekend hanging out and like.
I know, but like, this is the game. I'm like, this is the one time they do. This is the one time the NBA does everything. They go all out. It's All-Star Weekend because this is the only time they really can. So I'm all for it.
Well,
just because
thank God the game was good. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Thank God the game was good. But I agree. I mean, not agree with you. I disagree with you. And I think the NBA should keep doing what they're doing. NFL should take notes about being cool. Not necessarily being cool, but just being like doing things differently sometimes. Anyways, let's get to the game.
The game was good because it was a different format this year. They changed up the formats. It was like they played the first 3 quarters like they were individual games for charity, and then they played the fourth quarter to 24 for Kobe.
Yes,
so that was good. I like that.
That was pretty cool. I think the first 3 quarter for charity was really cool because I saw the player, like the kids got the players back like into it towards the end. Like when they saw that they could they were winning money for the charity, like they were cheering. And I think unlike a normal game, like if they were playing quarters, like they really wouldn't care. They like don't have anything to look for. But when I feel like you have a whole crowd of players. Not players, kids cheering.
And it keeps you engaged on top of it because, like, Team LeBron, like, crushed Team Giannis in the first quarter, and then Team Giannis kind of crushed Team LeBron in the second quarter. Like, but if they'd played, like, regular, I don't think, Giannis's team would have never caught back up with them in a single quarter or anything. So resetting the scores kind of, got them back up into it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I totally see what you're saying, yep. Resetting the score, got him back into it. I think it's really cool. Please excuse Rocky shaking and sneezing. But yeah, I think it was really cool. I like the format. I got to the fourth quarter. They played to 24.
They picked up the short. They hiked up the shorts a little bit. They started getting into it. They were playing defense.
Yeah, yes, I was here for this, and it was dragged on, but it was commercial free. I was here for it. I was in my couch. I was glued in. I was waiting to see it, and then they got after it. Kyle Lowry's out here taking charges.
He's taking charges. Twitter was so mad that he's taking charges.
Why take charges? They're for real.
It's the All-Star game. Who takes a charge in the All-Star game? Like, Kyle Lowry's here to win. That's right.
Yeah, he's
here to set the tone.
And then Giannis is blocking all LeBron's shots.
That pin against the board, that was so nice. It's like,
I'm surprised. Why did he try to dunk it?
I don't know. LeBron got by Giannis too. Like he hit him with that move, and Giannis was like, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, he did it. So no, that was awesome. And then we got James Harden coming in clutch corner 3, and then who else? Joel Embiid is a monster, man. Like I saw, AD really couldn't stop him. So I'm kind of convinced,
I know
7-game series.
That's what I'm saying. That's what my joke was all night. It was like, oh yeah, they can't stop him. Total mismatch. Like, oh, you see this mismatch out here, but. Let's be real. They weren't playing super tight. Man, Ben Simmons was having a good-ass game, too. So Ben Simmons
looked good. Well, they were playing Ben Simmons style, getting up and going.
Pure transition, pure pass. Dude, him and Luka throwing passes to each other was so nice.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But yeah, they were playing that type of way, and obviously the fourth quarter was great. Came down to the wire.
The free throw.
The free throw to win. You got to figure out how to change that. I just don't know how you change it just because.
They won by 2, though.
He did. You can't be like the last possession is a
bucket. You got to make a bucket.
you gotta make a bucket, but then like you just by the time anybody gets close, you just foul them.
That's
So
true.
I think maybe win by 2 would be the way, and like 2 free throws, or win by
AD
3.
said he missed the free first. He turned around and said, "I'm gonna miss the first one on purpose to build up the suspense."
I like that. I like that because I was like, oh crap, like because I was a little behind, so these people were texting like this game, and I saw he missed the first one, so I thought he missed the second one, so that was a ton of suspense for me. So that was great. I know overall the format was right. I just don't know, are we gonna forever? Are we always gonna play the 24 for Kobe? I'm totally okay with that, but is that always gonna be the number? If
I,
that's always the number, that's fine with
I
me.
like it. They named it the All-Star Game MVP trophy after
To
him.
Kobe, but you don't want it to like not saying this is the wrong way, but you don't want it to be like super Kobe heavy, like
No,
everything.
I know. I mean, you can change the format. I love that they played to a score in the final quarter because it
No,
brought out.
I totally
Yes.
agree. I totally agree. You should play to a score and like a score, like a number. But like, what it's always going to be 24 is my question.
Why not? I mean, it's like play to 21. I mean,
yeah,
that's the
or
new
it could
street.
be
Hey, that's the
21.
new street lingo. We don't play to 21 anymore. We play to 24.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Just 24 is an even number. So I thought you always played to an odd number just because you play usually in the streets. You play ones and twos. So, anyways, doesn't matter.
It's true.
That's
We're
like
playing twos and threes out here, so we okay.
That's a conversation for another day. Yeah. So I was happy with the format. I was happy with everything. I like how they got after it in the fourth quarter. It was really cool. It was surprising to see what the team Giannis went with the crunch time. They went with
God, Bill Simmons was killing that lineup.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like they had so many guys. They had went Siakam, Giannis, Lowry, Kimball Walker, and who am I missing? I feel so bad that I'm missing somebody. He's a starter too.
Was it Embiid?
Embiid.
Yeah.
It's like I guess kind of worked, but like compared to the lineup that the other team had out, they should have put someone else. But I can't really think who else they got on their team at the moment.
Yeah, Giannis does a terrible job of drafting his freaking All-Star teams. Like,
well, Giannis likes to get his guys who are like his team world all over.
Hey, yeah, that's what my dad proposed.
That.
They could finally play a Team World versus Team USA in the All-Star game, and it would be a competitive, very even match game.
Let's kind of do it now real quick. Who would be on Team World?
You go Giannis, Luka, Ben Simmons, Embiid, Jokic, Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich, he was an All-Star though.
Okay, he might, but he's a guy that can be an All-Star.
I see.
Is a world Porzingis also?
He's not an All-Star though. I think we don't. I see what you're saying though.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Like these are very manageable things that we can get in there for a Team World at least. They'd be interesting. They have a lot. They got no shoot. They need a score. There's no scorer on.
Be interesting to see. Well, Luka, and it'd be interesting to see if Ben Simmons plays with the USA or.
He already committed to Australia, I thought.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If you want to get real cheeky, we could almost shave Kyrie over and stick him on Team World if he's healthy.
You could put Kyrie, but I think his team play for Team USA.
He does play for Team for USA, right?
And then we're missing guys. Like I totally forgot we're missing guys like Clay, Steph, KD this year. So I think if next year if we get a full crew, it'll be really good. LeBron, I'm scared to say it's almost like a little rest, a little too old. Be out there, man. Not old, but like he couldn't get off it. He couldn't get his thing working. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
But maybe he's got
to save for this run. Anymore. He's about to go for this run. He's got to rest up.
Yeah, I feel you because Giannis had him locked up. Anyways, that's great. All-Star weekend was awesome.
Oh yeah, Boardman won MVP, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Boardman wins MVP. Kawhi Leonard
won MVP. He was like, they were asking him a question. He's like, really? Do I have to do an MVP? Because I do not want to answer any of these questions. And he's like, damn.
Do you see the thing with his daughter asking, Dad, why are you always wearing that? Like his basketball, he was in his uniform with his trophies. Like, why are you always wearing that?
That's so funny. But he was like, dang it, I should have played like trash. I don't want to be MVP. So I don't know. Answer these questions.
He said he didn't want it, and then eventually, after a while, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go for it." Like in the fourth quarter, I'm gonna go for it.
Well, he started off so high. He was like, didn't miss a three for a while.
That's what he said. He said, I said I'm gonna hit my first 2 shots, and that's all I cared about. And then it's like I did.
Yeah.
And then I kind of kept hitting them. So
yeah.
It was fun.
Anyways, congrats to them. NBA did a great job honoring Kobe. naming the MVP All-Star game after Kobe. They did everything great. All-Star weekend was great. I'm surprised it had been. I'm surprised it took that long to be in Chicago. They had like what that 12
since
12
'98. Yeah, since '98 was the last time it was in Chicago. They said
Was it 88 or 98?
98, 98 with Jordan.
Oh, 98?
Yeah.
I thought it was 88.
No,
Okay.
it was 98.
Okay. Yeah, well, a long time. For not being Chicago. I feel like Chicago is one of those mecca cities that you always just circle around to and come back. It's in Indiana next year. Yeah, that should be exciting.
Terrible weather.
Yeah. I mean, Chicago wasn't better, but Chicago's Chicago.
Exactly.
Baseball. You want to hit the baseball? This baseball thing we got going here?
That's true. Spring training. I think I know the Yankees reported today, full squads, we're warming up. But, man, we got an issue with baseball right now. They're calling for Commissioner Rob Manfred's head, the way he's handled this whole Astros situation. It's hilarious. Like, the Astros apparently he gave them immunity to testify against themselves, and they totally said they cheated, and then they come out and say, no, we didn't cheat, and they keep coming up with these awful excuses. I don't know. Did you see the press conference their owner had with Altuve and Bregman?
To be completely honest, I did not hear.
It was terrible.
Heard about it.
It was terrible. Like, the owner literally says, "No, we don't think that us cheating had any outcomes on the results of the games." And then a reporter 55 seconds later, so explain why you don't think that it had any impact on the outcomes of the games. I didn't say that. The owner literally said it 55 seconds later that he didn't say exactly what he just said. So it was a train wreck. It was like 1:25 between Altuve and Bregman on the mic. They had 4 weeks to prepare something, and it was not prepared at all. Whoever their PR people really should be considered getting fired also, because that was just embarrassing. And now everybody's pissy. All these superstars are coming out. I know Trout came out and complained about it. Bellinger complained. Justin Turner complained. So I love the idea of Mike Trout's like, I wish I could know what pitch was coming. It's like, yeah, Mike Trout's already the best player in baseball. He hit like 700 and hit 150 home runs if he knew every pitch.
Yeah, he was like, if I hit a home run and send my team to the World Series,
oh, that was Sanchez.
You can take all my shirts, everything off.
You can take my pants off.
Yeah, there's nothing to hide. I'm all about that. I was like, yeah, that's great, because I watched that video again, because when Trout said that, they posted another thing to go along with it, and
so did you see that?
He definitely says I have my piece on. He's like. Yeah. I don't know what he means. I mean, obviously, I think I know what he means by
Correa said, oh, no, he had a bad tattoo that he was still getting worked on that looked bad. That's why he couldn't do it. Even though Altuve didn't say anything about that, which you could have easily said in the post-game interviews, like, no, I got some new ink going on. Looks bad. But
my teeth.
Did you see this, what came out after this, though? He was wearing a tight blue undershirt in the top of the ninth inning playing the field. And then when he was up to bat, he was wearing a loose white undershirt. So he switched his undershirts, like, oh, so he doesn't have the tight fit anymore. Now he's got the loose one. Can't see that wire that's hiding under there.
Interesting.
They're a bunch of cheaters. Manfred's an embarrassment the way he's handled this. I think I saw the over-under was like 83.5 times Astros players will be hit by a pitch this year. I'm going to hammer the over on that one. They probably going to break the record.
that is what I've seen, and then Manfred came out and said he won't tolerate any of that. Like, shut up, you can't do anything.
Yeah, if you're not going to deal justice, we're going to deal justice.
Yes.
Like, get out of here. It's a whole shit show, but hopefully this season, I'm expecting a Dodgers-Yankees revenge tour this year just to get everybody back. And I think it was on Dan Patrick. They're like, the Astros are going to win like 60 games this year because it's going to be too much for them to handle. But I don't know about all that. So
they're still good, right? Like,
I mean, they lost their best pitcher, and Verlander's another year older and stuff like that. But they're not bad. The problem is, I mean, the AL West is maybe kind of good this year. The A's were in the playoffs last year. The Angels finally might be good. They've had some quite a few pickups going on there.
Mariners will be trash.
The Rangers may be better. They got the new stadium too. Maybe they won't die playing outside in Dallas in August in Texas.
That's true. They'll have the dome and the AC going.
For those who don't know, that is the absolute worst place to watch a baseball game after July 4th. It's just awful.
Yeah. It's just baking the sun.
It's more. I'm definitely gonna make a trip up there. I think to see a game, so it'll be tolerable.
100%. I'll be there. I won't be there, but I'll make a trip. Obviously, I watch plenty of baseball games here in Seattle, so I essentially go to all of them for free. So my Royals come to town in June. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna want to check out the new Ranger Stadium. I actually want to hit up some more baseball stadiums. We should talk about that offline.
Oh,
I want to hit them all up. So we should make a trip out of it one time.
okay. Yes, we can maybe do a nice little
There's
trip.
like there's so many like
The
especially
East
those
Coast, you
East
could do
Coast.
the East
Yeah,
Coast trip. I've
like
done that before. One summer, I did that with my dad and my uncle.
and then like obviously Chicago we can do two in one day or not one day but two in like 2 days
You can do
whatever.
Chicago, and then you can do you could do two because normally the Cubs play in the day and the White Sox play
Yeah,
at
that's
night,
true.
so you can do two, and then you can hit like the Ohio team, all that
Yeah,
Midwest garbage. So
we
yeah, I
can
like
we can we can work it out. We'll say that for when we get off the pod.
we'll do a live we'll
XFL
do a live road trip show.
live road
XFL,
trip.
yes, XFL week 2. I think you haven't been here. What do you think? You weren't here for the XFL last week when
Yeah,
you and I
I
talked
wasn't
about
here
it.
for you guys talked about it, but I like the XFL. I think it's super exciting. You guys chimed in a little bit how they like interview people instantly right after. I think it's pretty cool.
We
I
saw that
also
backfire this week really bad.
yeah, that backfired on them really bad. But also made great comedy. I like that we can listen to their plays, even though I don't know what the hell XZ White VIP is, but I'll eventually figure it out by the end of the XFL season. Or I
Of
know like I know it's like 17,
yeah,
17 lead or something simple like that is like whatever. I know the holes, the numbers, the same thing you learn like Pee Wee school. But I think it's pretty cool that we can listen to all that stuff and like it's kind of like it's like mic'd up the whole time. So I think that's really awesome. I think the rules are pretty good. I heard you say you don't really love the kickoff, but I like it.
it's growing on me. Like I said, it's better than no kickoff. I can see it's kind of like a normal play now. You just run it like a normal play. Like, oh, you kick off and now you got to block up a play. So I want to see, a larger sample size of all these kickoffs. It's growing on me. I do like
I
the
think
I like the inside. It feels like the average person an inside look to stuff that we already knew happened, like the halftime talks and stuff like that. What's going on? I do like that. So like little inside look for people to see, like, oh, I
I
didn't know
just
they did that.
yeah, I did. I like that. I do like the kickoff just because like it's like we still have kickoff and they won't eliminate it and people aren't running full speed ahead of each other. What else? I just don't know if the NFL will ever buy in on like letting us listen to their plays.
Oh,
Like
that's never gonna happen.
that's
Of
never
course,
gonna
my
happen.
buddy Bear's like, how? Why don't the other teams just have somebody listening in and steal their plays so they know what's going? I was like,
I'm sure there's a delay. There's a delay to it.
they'll figure a way
There's
out.
there's a
Trust me.
6 second delay to the TV anyway. So like by the time he gets that play and the play's already happened.
And yeah, and
So
there's probably like no communication allowed in the thing, like phones or
yeah,
anything. So
I'm sure there's some stuff that you can't do that. But yeah, I don't think the NFL would ever allow that, which kind of is be a bummer. I just like would like to know like the whole maybe like right up until the point they actually make the play. I'd love to know the whole thought process. Like, all right, okay, we got 36 here. Like so and so is like like this has been open, yada this and that. Okay, run. Like the whole
we've been setting this one
yeah,
up. Here we go, right here.
or
This is the
like
time to do it.
yeah, or like what he says to the quarterback beforehand. He's like, "Here, let's like look at this, like or whatever." So I'd love to hear that whole thing, even from the defensive standpoint too. So maybe the NFL could give us that. That would be awesome. Um,
Maybe the NFL should just adopt it as their minor league too, like me and Matt talked about last week, and
you
it'll
guys can
really.
talk about that. I did like that. They should definitely adopt it as their minor league. I feel like it's a place where the NFL can try out their rules they want to try out in the NFL. Like they can be experimental with it.
Develop
Um,
talent. You get game
develop
film. You get to see, what guys can actually do in a game
and
situation.
you can take the guys. I think because this is what college content does. You can take the guys who maybe you like want to develop. So I'm gonna, for instance, Jalen Hurts. That's my guy. We all
Hmm.
know that. Take Jalen Hurts. Like he's with you the whole year. On your NFL team. He
And then
doesn't
he
doesn't
gets,
doesn't play. Then he gets to play for like 5 weeks or yeah, 5 weeks. Or
yeah,
if he goes further in the playoffs, he gets to play for 5 weeks and then now he's gotten playing time and he's grown. He's learned under the starting quarterback. Now he's grown through the 5 weeks, and now when you guys go back to camp, he's already that much better or whatever. So I think guys who need to develop should keep playing football. I know football's such a dangerous sport, but I think guys who need to develop should keep playing it. That's kind of what they do in college. Is that when they get to bowl season, they like let the freshmen loose who haven't done anything all year. They let them practice and everything, get in there, getting the reps. Because essentially, like, if you're not in national championship, the bowl game doesn't really,
yeah,
essentially really
it's
doesn't matter.
it's
So
a little bit of
you might
a.
as well throw your guys, your freshmen out there. Like they give freshmen more reps, and like the older guys have been playing. This is game 14. they don't need to play again. So you like let them get those reps in, and then that way when you get to spring ball, you got to jump ahead, you got to kickstart on the guys who've already gotten reps in. They know what it's like, the speed and everything else. So I think they should definitely adopt it as their minor league football team.
I mean,
But
look, it's already worked with Walker, our boy Walker in Houston. I mean, he was like, his downside was Russell Wilson size, and he's tearing it up right now.
no, yeah, totally. I think it's awesome. I think they would just have to figure out how to, because there's 10 teams. There's
eight
obviously
teams.
32. I'm sorry, 8 teams. There's 32 NFL teams, so they'd have to I guess 4 times 8 is 32, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it gave me 4 teams to an XFL team, and they'd have to figure out how they divvy that up, because you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like how they
I get you. I mean, and not everybody, can be a held person. It's like, say each team gets, 2 XFL spots.
Yeah, or something
like
something
protected
like that.
roster spots, something like that.
Yeah, they'd have to work out that whole.
I mean, they had
lingo.
NFL Europe for a while doing something similar to that, but
I did that. But I'm sure XFL could use the money too in the endorsement of the NFL. They just that they'd probably have to cut back on some other things like the craziness they do. But anyway,
it's that's not too bad. But all right, we're back. You're back now, so let's do picks. We're gonna pick these XFL games because we got to get our degenerate gambling in.
Yeah, I'm back. We're here to make money. You probably lost money with Matt, so I'm here to
we
make
didn't bet
money
anything, so that's good. I kept
then I guess so. You probably would have lost it though. Anyway.
All right, first game: Houston at Tampa Bay. Houston 6-point favorites. I'm taking Houston. They look like the best team. I'm committing to them as my team. I was gonna pick them or Dallas, and I don't really like Bob Stoops, so I'm going with Houston. I'm going with the Roughnecks.
Oh, your boy Bear is not gonna like that.
No, he doesn't like Stoops. Hey, Stoops didn't pick him up for the XFL, so screw Bob Stoops.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I got Houston 2 -6. I'll take that. Like you said, PJ Walker's looked good. That Houston team has looked really good. Them and DC have definitely stand out so far.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Dallas and Seattle. You're gonna be at this game working, and Dallas is 4.5-point favorites. Your cousin plays for Dallas. Andy, you gonna betray the family right here?
No, I'm not. Well, I will portray the family betting wise. I hope the family would understand me making money in my pocket's always great. So I'm gonna take Seattle plus 4.5, but I think Dallas wins. So I think that's a win-win for everybody around, right?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. I think it's one of those kind of games. I'm not sold. Landry Jones did not look good last week.
He did not look good at all.
And he's kind of hyped up as the best player who actually, I mean, he started actual NFL games.
Yeah, he looks like kind of out of shape and old.
He pounded a beer in the locker room too afterwards.
He's definitely got that Ben Roethlisberger body type going for him.
Hey man, Pittsburgh cold winters are good food.
All right, we got St. Louis up. St. Louis versus
New York, St. Louis.
New York, right?
New York had the debacle with Matt McGloin at their quarterback, called out their coach at halftime, saying we need to throw out the whole play scheme, and it kind of got a bench for the rest of the game. So, and St. Louis lost a really close one in Houston. They looked really good too.
They did look good. So
7.5 over a touchdown.
It was tough, but I'm taking St. Louis 7.5. Where does St. Louis play? I know you probably don't know this, but
I have no idea where
they play in the old dome.
No, I don't know. Maybe that's a good question.
Because there's only really the Cardinals there. And
hold on, let me look. I'm on the XFL website. I'm buying time. I'm gonna take St. Louis too, 7.5. I think they blow them out. I'm on Ticketmaster. They play at the Dome at America Center in St. Louis, Missouri. So maybe is that the old Dome?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the old Dome. They play there. Okay, cool. That's great.
They got real seats. Look at that. Thanks.
Does it look good?
I mean, I can't buy seats everywhere, so they probably have the upper deck's probably all blocked off and something.
Yeah, the upper deck's not open on any of these deals.
All right.
And then we got
what's DC LA last game. DC at LA. DC 7-point favorites. Cardell Jones has made 13 starts since playing in high school, and he's won all 13 games. Never lost since high school, starting quarterback. So
never lost.
This is another perfect guy too that needed to get game experience.
Yeah, this is it. This is good for Cardell Jones. He actually looks pretty good out here. I'm taking DC -7.
I'm lame. We have the same 4 picks for the XFL. I agree. Degenerate.
Yeah.
I do love that the XFL shows the betting lines in game and they talk about it.
That's
I like
awesome. I think that's something maybe the NFL probably won't adapt either, but maybe they will turn. I just think these are like the cool things I just talked about the NBA. That the NFL should try to adapt. They're so like good old boys. Like we do things like our way, like not our way, but we do things the straight and narrow way. And I think they just need to throw a little flavor in there.
So
you
let's
know
just
what I
get
mean?
rid of Roger Goodell as well.
Let's throw like or like spice Roger Goodell style up. You know what I mean? Give him some like throw some like
how about
yeast on
we
this
let
game,
Dion
something like that.
Roger Goodell just hang out with Dion for a while?
Yeah, hang out with Dion or something. You know, I know Roger Goodell talks to the people. He had a meeting with Jay-Z and all that stuff. Just like spice it up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Last game we're picking. We're gonna do a little homer. We have Kansas and Baylor men's college hoops. It's that time of the year. We're almost to March. Baylor number one. What's Kansas ranked?
Kansas ranked number 3.
All right. So 1 versus 3 at Baylor. Baylor already beat Kansas in Allen Fieldhouse.
Doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Hashtag KUB ball.
Hashtag KUB ball. I got KU. You got who you got?
I'm gonna go with Baylor, I think. But Baylor did not look good against Texas. This will prove. This is my point. How good, how well coached is Kansas? You know, coming back after losing at home, and can Baylor handle the pressure of being a number 1 team against a great team like I shouldn't say an experienced team like Kansas. I don't know how great anybody is in college basketball, except maybe San Diego State. It's the only team I'm on right now.
I agree with you, but I think Baylor will be up for this game. It's a Saturday game, and it's on like prime time, so they know Kansas is gonna come here and like sneak off and beat them. They know what they expect from Kansas. It's not gonna be one of those things like, oh, it's a trap game. They know what to expect.
1 versus 3 trap game.
Yeah, like that's not the case here. They'll be ready to play. They'll show up to play. It'll be a good win. I will be not watching this because I'll be at the XFL game, so that'd be very sad. Actually, will I? What's that?
What time's the game?
It's at 9:00 my time. XFL game's like 5.
Yeah.
I might be able to. No, the XFL game is at 3, so I might be able to catch it. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, I hope KU wins. They need a big win like this. I mean, they pretty much already have like a 1 seed locked up in NCAA tournament. I wanted to say that we are. When you hear this podcast, we will be less than a month away. March Madness starts March 17th, so this is exciting.
Gearing up. It's the best time of the year for college basketball.
I do. Quick thing on that. I have a friend who does that. Like he gets all his friends together for like those first 4 days when all the basketball's happening.
That Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you this. They go to like an Airbnb. They rent an Airbnb, some city, and they just like all crash Airbnb and watch all the games together. Obviously, all drink all day and all that fun stuff. They grab all the TVs, and all the Airbnb, and like put them up in one place and watch it. I think it'd be pretty cool if we did something like that. Maybe one year, that'd be awesome. You know, obviously, take work off, drink all day, watch hoops, and it'd be the best thing in the world.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And I think we should do it. Ideally, it would be great to do it on the West Coast. So if we were in a cool city at night, we could go out and do something.
That's true. Yeah, like we've been drinking all day, and now it's like, oh, it's only 9:00, and the last game's over. We can roll out. I like.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
We'll talk about that.
All right. Who balled out for you this week? You're back. Who's
ball of the week? Me. I'm back. Aaron Gordon. He got gypped, but he did a great job. Dunking over Taco Fall was the highlight of my weekend, honestly. The whole Taco Fall debacle of him, Taco Fall not being sure it's not gonna happen.
Rubbing the hair, rubbing
the head, rubbing the bald head with no hair. You gotta go watch it. You just gotta watch the whole like dunk contest and watch Taco Fall do it. You can be like, what are you rubbing, Taco? Anyways, he's my ball of the week.
All right, I'm gonna play right into that. My doghouse is the judging panel for the dunk contest. It's specifically Dwayne Wade. I think I'm gonna put most of the blame on for messing up that scores. Like I don't blame Chadwick Boseman. I don't expect him to know exactly how great a dunk is. But come on, D Wade.
They should
Miami Homer guy.
Chadwick Boseman, what number to put down? There's some funny videos of Chadwick Boseman, like people doing dunks and people like, oh, and he just like have a still face, like, oh,
no reaction. Okay, I guess that was cool. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious.
All right.
That's it, right?
That's gonna do it for us this week. I think it's great to have you back. Hopefully you'll be back next week. I'm assuming for the people.
I'll be back. I'll have live reports of XFL. I would like to have the inside reports and stuff like that. And I know the equipment manager for the Dragons and some other things. So maybe I'll try to get in and see how really things go down.
Oh, I like I like this Big J journalism up here.
Yeah, I'm trying for the pod.
All right. So we'll see you all next week.